Hi everybody. Like I say in all my videos, I'm not responsible if anybody gets hurt, and sometimes I swear. Today I'm going to do a tarot reading. I haven't done one for a few weeks on P. Diddy and how he's doing in jail. So this is just a quick video. I'm going to do sometimes I'm going to make tarot readings where I ask maybe one or two questions or three or whatever, just to, see what's going on in people's lives. So, like I said, entertainment purposes only, and sometimes I swear. So please tell me, Diddy, how you're doing in jail. Please tell me how he's doing in jail. Please tell me. Plus, I'm going to do of the article. I like to do article. I like to do. Please tell me how he's doing in jail, P. Diddy. All right, here we go. So we'll see how P. Diddy's doing in jail. They're treating him well. Well, it says aggressive, demanding. He's aggressive and demanding person, like he wants things his way, and if he doesn't, he throws a fit in prison, which is kind of very dangerous. He's very confident. Who's like that outside, so I guess it's not going to change too much indoors. So yeah, and he has a hot-tempered. He's a hot temper, like he gets upset very easily. Says he has a short fuse, and he can be a very selfish person. He doesn't want to share his money for protection. You know how in prison you have to. I'm going to ask that. Is he really not asking for protection in prison? Education. He likes to read books sometimes or watch television shows if they ever show it. If he gets a chance to read books. And he was very education because of, he was into, when he was outside world, he was into the industry of being a rapper. He got involved. So he's going to try to get involved in the day grind of being in prison. He wants to get involved in it. And he feels like childhood memories because his father was incarcerated and he died. So he's worried about that. He feels like he's innocent, like he didn't do anything wrong. And also, I feel like full moon detixity. I'm not sure what that means. If anybody knows what that means, let me know. That's Taurus, full in Taurus. I guess it makes you he's trying to feel calm there as much as he can. Maybe he goes on some drugs or something. All right, now I'm gonna ask. I'll ask a couple more questions. He doesn't like being told what to do. Is he paying for protection? That's a good question. And P. Diddy, are you paying for protection? I'm going to do another tarot cards. Are you paying for protection in prison? Please tell me, P. Diddy, are you paying for protection in prison? Please tell me, because it says in the other cards he doesn't like people telling him what to do. He's self-righteous. He thinks he's all that. Please tell me, is he paying for protection, or he says I'm not going to do that. You can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do 5 cards. I don't do it very often. So what the hell? All right. Is he paying for protection? Let me think. Most likely he doesn't want to. No. It says releasing limit beliefs, expanding thoughts. He's detached to a lot of these people because he's a celebrity. So detached. I think he's in an isolated area right now. He's detached from people. So I think he's not in he's not in the general population. He's in he's in a different cell unit, not with the general population, because they might beat the crap out of him because what he's done to uh, women. So I think sorry, women. I don't want to get in trouble, but yeah. So I think he's detached. He's has dark thoughts. He wants his freedom to be restored, and he wants to be the one in control of his destiny and not being in control. He's not in control in prison, so he wants to be in control. So he's yeah, a lack of willing to do anything because he doesn't want to do anything in prison. He just wants to sit in his ass and do nothing. So it's being speed. He thinks he wants a speedy trial. He doesn't want to stay in prison. He wants to get fast. He wants to do something. He wants movement. He wants quick change. He doesn't like to be stuck in prison, for long periods of time, stuck in just being with himself and stuck in the cell. I feel like he wants quick decisions. He wants his lawyer to get him out or be in, how you get into stay in your home and they have that thing on your home where you stay in home for you won't have to go, be home house arrest. That's what I'm looking at. House arrest, hard work. So he thinks he's a hard worker in prison, even though he doesn't do anything. And he does the same routine in prison. He gets up, eats, and does his own thing. So yeah, he's doing it. He's doing the same thing, routine, day after day, and he thinks he was a hard worker in the outside world, and he feels like his self-esteem, and he feels like people are criticizing him. He's criticizing himself. He's getting depressed. He has negative thoughts. He has depression. He has negative thoughts. He doesn't like being in prison. He has new perspective. Maybe he'll think that maybe what he did is going to, that he's going to reform or something. And he wants his freedom. He wants his freedom. He doesn't like to be stuck in prison or being stuck in just a small cell where it's just him looking at the walls. So he feels really depressed. He thought he was a nurturing person in the outside world, and he might do that with some of the guys in prison, try to be, if he ever talks to the guards and talks to them and they try to talk to him, if he's not I don't think he's in general population. I'll go in dead. So yeah, all right, I'll ask, see if I can get in deeper, P. Diddy. Are you in general population or are you just, in a cell where you're by yourself so no one will beat the crap out of you, knife you or jump you or attack you? Please tell me, are you in a general population or are you in a cell by yourself so you won't be jumped or attacked or whatever? Please tell me. I'm going to ask for 5 cards. It says he has personal beliefs. He feels like he made some foolish decisions, having those parties, and he's doing some foolish decisions in prison. But he does give some money to the other, he has a lot of money. Maybe he gives some money to some of the prisoners so he won't get his beating the crap out, or he gives some does favors to his lawyers in prison or the people who run the prison, even though that's not illegal. But he has blind faith, like he thinks he can get away with the crap that he's done in prison or outside of prison. He thinks he can get away with what he does. And he's a very unorthodox person. He thinks he's better than other people. He thinks he's above other people. And his actions are he's going to have he has very confidence in himself. He thinks he's better than a lot of people. He thinks he has a lot of skills that he can bring into the prison population if he gets a chance to go. Right now it says, it doesn't Oh, no, right now it says he's not in general population. No, he's not in general population. Also, lack of inner joy. He has lack of inner joy. He's not happy right now because he's not in general population. Sorry, he's not in general population. He's by himself, very limited people, lack of inner joy. He feels disconnected to people, and he's 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 very mallistic person. Like, he likes things a certain way. He likes his clothes, fancy clothes, and he doesn't have that in jail. He has to wear, eventually, if he really gets convicted and staying for a long time, he'll have to wear a jumpsuit, and he's not into that. Lack of inner joy. He's depressed. Depressed in prison right now. Um, he has new ideas, when he's in prison, have new ideas of getting a less, spending time in prison. Maybe he'll start something there in prison. He's mentally challenged. Like, he's getting more and more depressed, like mental challenged. Like, he think he's getting really screwed. He thinks he's getting screwed. And he's restlessly mental energy. His energy. He's trying to have strong energy. Being thinking, oh, I'm going to get out of the prison. I'm going to have to make myself feel better, even though he's depressed. Self-worth. Living beyond means. He lived beyond his means and the outside world, and he has to live, and he's living out beyond his means in prison. I guess he's not getting as much as the things. You know how you have, if you're in prison, you get so much points if you do a good job. I think they give you special things if you're in prison. I don't think he's spending a lot of money on getting things in prison. You know how they give you chips and stuff? I don't think he's doing that too much. And obsessed with work. He's trying to, but he's not getting much stuff there, but he's obsessing with work. I think he wants to get the special things, like maybe you get to go make phone calls, talk much more. He wants to do more things like that, being able to talk to his family on the phone, privileges. I think he wants to have more, find ways to do that, get privileges so he can, like I said, talk to his family, get more food, get more time watching television, doing stuff. He wants more things so he can do stuff, so he won't be bored out of score. Right now, he's not in general population. He's bored out of his score. He's trying to be positive, even though he's depressed. All right. I'll ask one more question. A couple more questions. Is he gonna have a long sentence if he goes in? Diddy thinks he probably. And then I'll ask the people. Does Diddy think he's going to have a long sentence, or does he think he's only going to be in the short time right now? Does he think he's going to be in there for a long time, Diddy? Does he think he's going to be in prison for a long time? Is P. Diddy going to be in prison for a long time? Does he think? He thinks he's not. He thinks he's not going to be in prison right now. Personal beliefs. He wants freedom. He doesn't want to be in prison. He wants freedom. He wants to be able to do what he wants in prison. He wants to be like one of the gangs. Maybe he'll join a gang or something. That's be one of my last questions. Second to last questions. Personal belief. He wants freedom. He wants to be the one who runs the prisons, going through the grain, uncomfortable. He's very foolish in prison. Like, he's saying things that he shouldn't be in prison. He has blind faith. Like, he's saying things that he shouldn't be. And he's unorthodox by, saying and doing things he shouldn't. He's going to have action. He's going to say, enough is enough. I don't like the way you're treating me. He's going to put his foot in the mouth. He's going to say things to the guards. He's going to do action. He's going to talk to his lawyers and say, I don't want to do this. Maybe we can make a deal in prison. And he wants to learn another skill in prison if he's in there. So right now he doesn't seem like lack of inner joy. Like I said, he's very depressed and he's smug. Like he thinks he hasn't really done anything. He does. The light has not gone out of his head thinking he did anything wrong. He's he's trying to be inner happy. We've seen this before, and he's a very minimalistic person. He wants nice clothes, nice food. He's not used to the food that you eat in prison and the lack of hygiene. They offer you a shower. After a while, if you don't, you have to. But he's not used to people telling him to eat at a certain time. The food is not that great, so he better watch himself. So no. And also new ideas, curious things, new ways of communicating. So he's going to find a new way to talk to people in prison if he's in general, when he gets out of secrets, when he's in a small cell, when it's by himself, he wants to get out and talk to other people because he's going to be lonely. And self-worth, he's going to hustle, he's going to try to be good, get along with the guards and his lawyers and the gangs and the people in prison. So he's going to be hustling. Right now he doesn't think he did anything wrong in prison. So I'm going to ask, is he doing drugs in prison? Is he smoking pot or whatever? Is he doing a lot of druggy things in prison, which will not, is not going to do well? Is he going to be doing drugs in prison? Is he doing drugs in prison, or is he staying clean and he wants to have a good image? Is he doing drugs? I'll do just 4 cards. Is he doing drugs in prison, or is he trying to be clean so he would have a better image than his image is? It doesn't say. It says he's acting like he's pretending that he's better than he is. He wants better power, willing to skills. So right now he's trying not to do drugs because he wants people to have a new skill and do actions. But he wants to be creative. So he's thinking of doing the drugs, but he's not so sure if he wants. Lack of inner joy. So lack of inner joy. Like I said, he's been very depressed being in prison because he might isolated, or because he's not in general population. So he's very depressed. He's upset. He doesn't like things that aren't going his way. He's very, So he's upset. He wants to have inner happiness, but he's a very moralistic person. He's going to have new ideas to try to get out of isolated prison. He wants to be in general population. He has better ideas there. Maybe he'll start something. Maybe he's going to write a journal or write a book, what it's like to be in prison. He's going to try to find ways to communicate. Maybe like I said, he's going to write a journal, and he'll talk to his family, get privileges, talk to his family and his friends. Or he might talk to someone who's a journalist. And their self-worth. He's hustling, living beyond his means. So when he's in prison, he's trying to live beyond his means. He's doing extra favors to live to some of the lifestyle you can in prison. So he's going to try to live as much as fancy you can be in prison. So he's going to try to live the best he can. First he's in he's in isolated generation where he's in his own cell. Maybe he's going to ask if he can do stuff like, I don't know, clean the johns or do something to get him special things that he can do. And when he gets if he goes to general population, maybe he'll do favors for the gangs, or if he doesn't want to get involved with the gangs. I'm going to ask 2 more questions. Is he going to get involved with the gangs? Is he going to get... God, this is more than I thought I would ask. Sometimes that happens. Is he going to get involved with the gangs in prison, or is he going to try to stay clean? Right now he has his own cell because they're afraid, what he's done to, allegedly, they say he's done, is he going to be, is he going to be in his, in his own cell or all the time, or is he going to be, are they going to kick him out of, is he going to be out of cell? Do, do, do. Do, do, do. No, he's still gonna be in this jail thing, and he's not happy about it. Personal beliefs. He wants freedom. He doesn't want to be stuck in this the jail. He doesn't want to be kicked. Be ignored. Self care. He has to care about himself because no one will look out for him. He doesn't think that the judge lawyers are doing good. He thinks he's caring only about himself and his thing. He feels destroyed and he feels like giving up. He's very discouraged about being in this prison, but he's trying to drive from his love of his family and his friends and the people sticking by him. So he's trying to feel loved with his family and them being supportive, his family, his people who are sticking by him. So he's trying to do that. I forgot the drugs. Sorry, sometimes I have ADHD. Is he doing drugs? I forgot that. Is he doing drugs in prison? I'll ask that. I'll do 4 cards. Is he doing drugs in prison or is he keeping himself clean? I'll do 4 cards. Please tell me. P. Diddy, are you doing drugs or you're keeping yourself clean? Well, he's trying to keep clean, like I said before. But transformation, religion, he's going to try to find religion in prison. That's what they say. He's going to try to find religion in jail in his own cell. He's going to probably read the Bible and get all religioned up. And he's going to say, I found religion in jail. And he wants forgiveness. He wants people to forgive him. And they want him to have mercy on his soul. I'm reading what it says. This is a hieroglyphic. Oh, God. And he's going to give some money to the people in prison and for himself, He's going to be generous. He's going to decide to give the money to make him look good in the guard to the people in prison who wants to give money to the lawyers and the people in prison. And there's challenges in prison. Living in prison is not fun. It really sucks being in prison or jail. Sitting there, especially where he is. He's not in general population right now. He's in just a cell by himself because that's what the cards say. Right now he doesn't want to change his persona. He doesn't want to get involved with the drug cartel. He doesn't want that. He thinks the drugs will do something to him and make him look bad if he does drugs. So he's not doing drugs. Shattered dreams, broken family. He has broken family because a lot of his family is pissed off because what he did to the children and adults and the people at the party and what he's accused of. So they're very, the domestic disharmony. He doesn't want to do the drugs because it will make him look even worse than what he's done, in the past at his parties and all stuff. So he's going to try to stay away from drugs because he wants to look a little bit better than he is. So it says, yes, he's going to stay away from drugs. He doesn't want to deal with drugs because he has shattered dreams. His family doesn't look for him. The people don't look for him. So, no, he's not going to do the drugs right now because he doesn't want his family to find out and the people will think less of him. So tell me the last question I'm going to ask. P. Diddy, what you think you want to tell us from jail or prison from us? P. Diddy, tell us what you think of being in prison besides you being depressed, because it says he's depressed. I'll do 4 cards. Please tell me, this is entertainment purposes only. It says, can't get worse. He's hoping it won't get any worse because he's depressed. He's really depressed. He can't only upward recovering. He's recovering from being depressed. Maybe he was on suicide watch. I'll do another reading of him as the time goes by. He's very depressed. He's trying to recover from, being in prison and stuck in prison. So he has to recover. Maybe he had to go to the infirmary and he got hurt. And his wealth, he still has some financial money, even though he's in prison. He still has some finances, and he passion protecting. He has anger, though. He's pissed that he has to be stuck in a jail cell. He's angry. He's frustrated. Delays are keeping him from, getting, less of a sentence. And he's frazzled. He's upset. How dare you keep me in prison or less my sentence? He's really pissed off. He doesn't see self-respect, self-confidence. He's very introverted at times. He's an introverted person. He's a Scorpio. He talks, but he's very introverted. Insecurity. He's jealous. He's jealous of people. I'm thinking the worst of him. And he's very selfishless. In some cases, selfishless. He can be selfish person at times. He doesn't want to be given this money to people. He has money that he could give. He's going to give money, but he doesn't want to. So he can be selfish person, and sometimes he can be selfishness, where he doesn't want it. He doesn't mind giving money, but in some cases it's done. So that's all the reading I'm doing of P. Diddy right now, and his point of view and other people's point of view. Him in jail. I'll probably do an upcoming video on P. Diddy and other celebrities who ended up in jail for doing bad crimes like P. Diddy did, or other things that other people have done in prisons to other people. So into my next video, take care and have a good night and day. Bye.